I'm an investor. I am proud of the fact that on my very first deal, I got 4 times the return of my investment.
So what did you buy it for?
Dollars.
What did you buy for dollars?
I bought a guy's.
What you need to do is, number one, you need to work on distressed homeowners. And what I want you to do is familiarize. You need to call. So what I did when I first started, okay, ask them this question. I literally picked up over 200 homes just by asking that question. 2 separate brands, you don't need to register, and so that way you're disarming them. No, you don't need to get down, stay there.
No.
What are you doing?
It is really improper to not go up to somebody who's talking to you and introduce yourself formally. Hi, Christine.
Go back up there. I already know how this is gonna go.
Normally I'd give him a big hug, but I heard he's
Man,
a
that's sexual
germaphobe.
harassment and it will not be tolerated in this room. Yes, you give me a hug, I end up with a Me Too lawsuit. Amazing. Oh, it never happens. Or, like Trump, ends up costing me $86 million. And then 435 because, God forbid, I told him Mar-a-Lago was worth $1 billion. And then I have to pay $431 million in penalties for no one got defrauded. God bless America. All right, here we go. So what do you do?
I am a small-time investor who focuses in the residential area.
Stop.
And I know.
Stop. When you say I'm a small-time investor means I'm not making much money. You're an investor.
No, I'm new.
But it doesn't matter if you're new. I don't know that. You have a great personality. You're a hugger. You're a toucher. You know what I mean? Right? But here's the thing too. When people say hi, so here's the thing about body language and people. When people say I have a small business, it automatically doesn't make any money. I don't care. By the way, you never tell anyone you're new. Unless they're obviously coaching, because if you're telling me you're new, does anybody want to do business with new people? No, right? But obviously some of you are new. I don't know you're new until you start making mistakes. Does that make sense? You're an investor. Whether you've done 0 deal or 10,000 deals, we're an investor. Just like hi, I'm a big investor. Like, I'm an investor. Start over. Introduce yourself again. No, stay there.
Stay.
Feels like it's a comedy show. The light is on there.
I'm an investor. I am proud of the fact that on my very first deal, I got 4 times the return of my investment. I focus on residential properties, specifically saving the family farm. I am from Corpus
I like how nobody
Christi.
clapped, just wondering what my reaction was going to be. You guys are learning. They're like, very impressive. You're learning. You're learning.
We can be taught.
Now, let's take a step back. So tell me about your first deal again.
I made 4 times the return
Okay, I understand. I
on my
need
investment.
specifics. Write it down, left brain. Numbers. What did you buy it for?
$500.
I don't know if I'm going to need you, but just in case.
4X MOIC.
Okay. What did you sell the $500? What did you sell the $500 for?
$2,000?
Okay. Was there closing costs?
No.
You wholesaled it?
No.
It's like mystery. Okay, Colonel Sanders, chandelier, 500, no closing costs. I can't wait for Jimmy. So just tell us so I can stop guessing.
Okay, so like I said, I work with farmers. I work with.
Okay, what did you buy for $500?
I bought a guy's front yard.
Ralph, do you guys just buy people's front yards where you're at live? So you bought someone's front yard for $500?
On accident.
By the way, it's making the 2,000 vacant look pretty good right now.
So who did you sell it to?
The guy who owned the house with the front yard.
How many chickens did you get with the deal?
I mean, it is a big dog strategy. All right, so number one, I don't think you're allowed to tell that story anymore. Because what happens is you build up the 4X, which sounded very impressive, and the more questions I ask, the stuff like that, okay? So I would be like, yeah, I've done deals. I wouldn't, because you emphasize the 4X very much, and the fact you emphasize, I had to know what it is, and then it's like 500, and then, you know what I mean? So, you know, and, you know, it's...
That's why I got up here. You said you were going to help me brand.
No, I understand. Listen, keep this up. I'm going to buy the backyard. Okay? So, what do you want to do when you're not buying front yards?
My ultimate goal
Yeah.
is to be like the gentleman who was here right before
The
lunch.
two guys? Okay.
No, the older man.
Oh. All right, well. Okay. So, but by the way, Henry's got like 50 years on real estate. So first, before we can become a Henry, let's just become an us. Okay. You're not going to be developing at first. You're probably not going to do that. You need to focus. Now, your superpower is your authenticity, your personality. No one would ever look at you and saying, you're going to be stealing my front yard. You know what I mean? So.
Thank you.
I never that's a lady. Ladies and children, hide your front yard. This lady's coming. Like, you know, I don't do that. So number one, I think you should focus on deals. To start off, right? How long have you been doing this?
12 weeks.
You sold your first front yard in 12 weeks? Who taught you this? Never mind. Okay, so one, I think what you need to do is number one, you need to work on distressed homeowners, right? And just figure out right now on the residential or commercial, but just get the distress. And what I want you to do is familiarize. How many offers have you put in the last 12 weeks? And I'm going to ask you which address before you answer.
I haven't focused on distressed homes. I've been focusing on foreclosures.
That is a distressed home.
Well,
I mean, maybe, where do you live?
down in Corpus Christi.
Is it different over there? Like foreclosure is a good thing over there?
No, but it's rare.
Okay, well, correct. If it's rare, so if you're focusing on something that's rare, you need to focus on something that's more abundant, right? So there's two ways. You could take properties that are super like distressed and then fix them up and do things like that. Of course, they're competitive and there's a lot of people going there. You can focus people outside your market in the distressed situation, right? And what you need to do is you need to call. So what I did when I first started, okay? I called every We Buy Houses, okay? Everybody who had We Buy Houses, because most We Buy Houses are people who went to a seminar, okay? And they don't have no capital. That's the biggest issue. So what I would call them and say, hey, listen, do you have any deals right now? And most of them say yes, or yeah, and that would be a crappy deal. And one of the questions that probably made me more money than any of your questions, anytime I talked into the deal, whatever deal they had, and they always have a deal, but it's not selling. And if I'm calling and they happen to be like, yeah, I have a deal, then I'm skeptical because I just called you and you already have a deal. It's probably not good because you probably didn't shop it. Ask them this question. Other than this deal, what else are you working on? And every time they'd be like, well, I'm kind of working on right now. I'll know by Wednesday or I'll know in a couple weeks. That's the deal you got to follow up. It's never the deal they immediately have. It's the next deal. And I literally picked up over 200 homes just by asking that question. So use your personality to talk to agents, talk to mortgage brokers, talk to as many people as you can, right? So that you can be at the forefront of people sending you deals. And at first, don't be afraid. I find a deal, and if you would like a percentage, I'm more likely. Now, some agents can't take percentages and mortgage brokers, but then there could be like, hey, like when I go to agents, say, listen, I buy a house from you, you'll get the commission and you'll list it for me. I'll give you double close, and I'll guarantee you the next 3 listings of my houses. You know what I mean? So I would do that, and then people are now incentivized. Incentivize people. If your market is too small, then you go bigger. Then you got to take a look at it. Is there anything in commercial in Corpus Christi right now that's kind of suffering? Because a lot of commercial are suffering. So that may be the angle that you take a look at. But you're authentic. You have a great personality. You know, people are going to like you, right? No one's ever going to assume that, oh, she's just trying to steal my home or my business and stuff like that too as well. But, you know, you did the front lawn thing. That's cute. It's nice. That's like a story one day you're going to tell a joke about, but it's not something you'd brought up as a credibility for investors because they're not going to take you seriously because, you know, and just the more I asked questions, the more confused I got, right? So it's good that you did. You made $2,000. It's fantastic, right? But we just have to kind of focus on that. Plus, so does that make sense?
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay. What do you call yourself?
Actually, we refer to ourselves as a family who helps people in trouble.
We refer, like we, he, she, they?
Me, my husband, and 2 of my children.
Yeah, no.
We do have a business name.
What is the business name?
Watchdog Realty, Guide Dog Homes, and ALM Investing.
Repeat those dog names again, sorry.
Watchdog Realty.
Watchdog Realty.
Because we watch out for the people selling their home and protect them.
That was good. No. First of all, watchdog sounds like security, and it sounds like gimmick. Anybody here like watchdog? Okay.
Oh, okay. Nix that one.
I'm sorry, what?
We'll nix that one.
Yes. What was the other one?
Guide Dog Homes. I was
You
told
really
to
like
come-
Phil Grove.
He told us to come up with our names in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to stick with it.
I haven't had a chance to change it.
It's been 12 weeks.
Okay.
I know you're busy watching out for the dogs in the neighborhood. Ah, that dog's on the front row, he just shit. I'm buying that lawn so you never shit on that lawn again. Right? So that's eliminated. So the term you should use, you should have 2 brands, one for the distressed homeowner, and do you own your own brokerage license or brokerage company?
No.
So don't call yourself a realty because people assume that you're a broker when you call yourself realty, okay? So one for distressed, and then if you're gonna use something for a brand, use the word, whatever you wanna know, except the word dog, right? Right? Let's say Sun Property Partners, okay? Just put whatever name where Sun is, Property Partners. And you're the senior managing partner of Sun Property Partners. Why? Because, woo, woo. Come here. Do you like dogs?
He's gonna kill me.
Do you like dogs?
I'm a cat person.
I can't make this up. Like Reggie and Brett, how did you know? Okay, that's funny. So that way when you're talking to people at a conference like this or brokers, they're saying, hi, my name is, I'm from Sun Property Partners, your senior managing partner, which allows you to have partners. When you're dealing with the homeowners, you're not Sun Property Partners, you're the distress kind of name. 2 separate brands, you don't need to register. It could be used as a marketing arm, and so that way you're disarming them, okay? Use your thing like that, and one thing I need you to do, you have like a great heart, but I need you to sharpen your business acumen a little bit, okay? So be more entrepreneur, more business-minded a little bit as well, but still be who you are in your charm. No gimmicks. It's not about a family. You're investors, because the gimmick with the family, nobody cares that you have a family. They just care about what problems you can have for them. And we're like, I want to do this for a family. That's your why. It's not the other person who wants to give you money or that. And it also makes you look like mom and pop. Because I might ask you, name me one very successful real estate investing company that has like, we're family, we're this, we're together. Like, you know what I mean? Like as a marketing pitch.
Trump Industries.
It was. Raise your hand if you know Donald Trump personally. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I the only one again? So.
My brother met him.
Okay. You should partner with the other lady on a 200 units. You know what I mean? Everybody's just always wants, here's the thing too. Do you want to be right or get it right? Now here's what Trump did, okay? Trump basically built this, and when his kids started, he had them work for somewhere else. He did not want them to work in the business because they need to go elsewhere. But I will tell you this, there's only one boss at Trump Towers, and that's Donald Trump. And everyone knows that because it's Donald J. Trump on the building. So you have to be very careful. Even though his kids, he has not relinquished control, and he made it very clear, I will never retire. And so don't forget, George Ross is right-hand man of mine 47 years. Donald pulls the thing. The kids are really smart, but don't forget, the kids are vice presidents. Donald is the chairman. Okay, so you have to understand on that, which people who have family businesses here know how hard it is when the father started the business and that as well. Okay, you don't need to involve your kids, just be who you are, go find some deals, more offers you make. Okay, give a big round of applause, good job.
I have a present for you.
You have a present for me.